This is version 1 of the music listening guide meant to accompany the guide at YuuR.org. A link to this webpage can be found in the description below. In this guide, we will quickly move step by step through the installation of some of the best free music software out there, then access and enhance your PC's audio settings. Check out some of the best online music streaming services, then we will build a beautiful music library out of your CDs, ill-begotten music files, get some more ill-begotten music files, then set up a Plex music server so you can take your library with you anywhere you go. Lastly, I will recommend for you some audio hardware so you can get audio file grade enjoyment out of your music system. First, let's download all of the software used in this guide so we can move as quickly as possible. First up is 7-Zip. Follow this link to their site and download the appropriate version for your system. Run the downloaded executable and go through the standard installation process. Next is MusicBee. Follow this link and download the installer. Right-click on the downloaded zip file and navigate to 7-Zip and click Extract here. Run the extracted executable, go through the standard installation process. Then deselect the Run MusicBee option and click Finish. Next up is MusicBrainz Picard. Follow this link and download Picard. Run the downloaded executable and go through the standard installation process. Next is FooBar 2000. Follow this link and download FooBar 2000. Run the downloaded executable and go through the standard installation process. Deselect the Run option and click Finish. Now let's access and change our default audio settings in Windows 10. Right-click on the speaker icon in the bottom right-hand corner of your Windows taskbar. Open the volume mixer and right-click on the device icon on the left-hand side. This opens up the device's properties. Navigate to Advanced. Select the highest available sample rate from this drop-down menu and disable audio enhancements. Apply the changes and close out of this window. Music will already sound noticeably better to the more scrutinizing ear. On the site, I've provided links to some of the most popular music streaming services out there. Each of these cards has a cost summary as well as a breakdown of the audio quality offered by each of these services. They are very subjectively ordered from best to worst by me. If you don't see your favorite service on the list, just let me know in the comments below and I'll pass my unfair judgment on it for you. Below that, I've linked some very good music review sites to help you find new tunes. Let me know about any sites that aren't on the site list and I'll add them if they have good taste. Next, let's build a beautiful music library to store and later access from anywhere on your computer. Any beautiful music library is organized, but we're all either too lazy or too busy, so let's make this simple. I've created a folder structure that you can download in order to stay organized. Click this link and download it. Now open up your Downloads folder in one window and open the folder in which you intend to store your music library in another window. Drag the music zip from the Downloads folder into your music folder. Right-click on the zip and extract here using 7-Zip. Alright, so let's clean house a little and close all of these windows and tabs that we aren't using anymore. Now we can move into the next phase. Let's rip our CD library to the lossless format known as FLAC. Put your first CD in your CD drive and open up Windows Media Player. Go to RIP settings and change the RIP format from whatever it is to FLAC. Your audio quality should now be boosted. Click on More Options and an options window will pop up. Click on the Change button and navigate to the lossless CD RIPs folder that you downloaded from the site. Select it and hit OK. Apply these changes and close the window. Now rip the CD. If you open up the lossless CD RIPs folder, you will find that Windows Media Player has automatically created a folder for the artist, a subfolder for the album, and is copying your FLAC files to it. Now that we know that everything is running smoothly, rip the rest of your library. Each CD takes about 2 minutes to rip. I tell you this so you know about how long it's going to take you to get your collection copied over. Anyways, through the power of editing, I'm going to rip all of my CDs, and here they are. Windows Media Player has organized the files, but as we're about to see, it has not filled in any tags that weren't present on the CD to begin with. It works with what it's given. Run MusicBee for the first time. Select your language and hit Next. Deselect the default options and click Choose Folders. Navigate to the lossless CD rips folder and click OK. Click Scan Now, and this will add your CD rips to its system. Look around and you will find missing artwork, wrong titles, albums scattered around, and an incomplete information everywhere. It's not MusicBee, it's your files. We need to fix this immediately. Open up MusicBrainz Picard, select Add Folder, and navigate to the lossless CD rips folder. Then select it. Your music will load into Picard. Once done, select Cluster, and Picard will cluster your music into albums. Select an album and click Look Up. Picard will look for the album that best matches the file on your computer and show you its suggested changes. A gold album means it's found a perfect match. Silver means some details are still off. Picard is very good at finding the right album, but sometimes it will need a little help. You can right-click on one of its suggestions and look for other versions. This brings up a list of other possible matching album releases. Once you find the right album version, you can manually pick and drag individual files around in the program to its correct slot. Occasionally, Picard won't be able to find a suggestion on its own. Just click Scan and it will actually scan your file and try to find a best match based on what's on the file, which is really neat. Or you can click on Look Up in Browser. This will bring up a browser window where you can search for the album manually. Once you've found it, click on the green tagger button and the album will be added to the program. From here, you can click and drag the files over to their correct spots or keep looking for better matches. Also, you can right-click on any file and open it in a File Explorer window. So if the file title is too vague, you can at least figure it out via context. When you feel done for the day, click on Options in the navigation bar. Make sure that Rename Files, Move Files, and Save Tags are all selected, then click on Options. Click on the File Naming option, and in the Destination Directory section, click Browse. Navigate to the Lossless plus Tags folder and select it, then click Make It So. Right-click on any of the albums on the right and click Select All, then click on the Save icon in the navigation bar. Your computer might slow down a bit because Picard is moving your files from the lossless CD rips folder over to the lossless plus tags folder with a bunch of newly added metadata. Wait for it to finish what it needs to do. You might be left with a few albums that you got from a dive bar band here and there or a street performer, but you can fix those up later. For now, open up MusicBee. Click on File, Library, and create a new library. Give it a name and choose the Lossless plus Tags folder and click OK. Now add to library and voila, your music is beautiful. It may be missing an album cover here and there, but it looks way better and you can't deny that as a fact. I've also added a few folders in the music.zip file you downloaded for your less than pristine files. In the lossy downloads folder, you will find an albums and discographies folder for your torrented albums and discographies from ages ago. A who even knows for those mixtape compilations and other cluster bangs you probably have hanging out on a drive somewhere. And a singles folder for all those pirated singles. Click and drag per your specific situation. Picard can do magic tricks to these mangled folder structures. Just make sure you do them in batches. Add about 300 to 500 files at a time and work with those. Here, I tried to add my entire lossy downloads folder. I sped up the footage here, but it started to slow down around 2,000 files, started hiccuping around 9,000 files, started seizing up around 4,000 files, and I finally had to crash it out at 17,000 files. Even magic has its limits, apparently. Alright, that being said, let's steal some stuff. In the YouTube search bar, type in the word topic. After that, type in the artist and song title. This brings up search results with this type of thumbnail. These videos have great audio compression. Now open up Y2Mate, copy the link from YouTube and paste it to the Y2Mate search bar. Now you can download the audio as an MP3. The title always comes out messy, so you should rename it and throw that into your singles folder. You can also speed up this process and get these downloads before the site gets shut down by entering a playlist into the Y2Mate search bar. This brings up a list of download links which will let you power download. But you will have to rename these files in order to keep your music library looking good. And they are only 128 kilobytes per second, and they're MP3s. I like to keep one song per album as a reminder that the album is good. Then go down to the local CD reseller, trade in my old CDs, get new CDs from my shopping list, and rip those. I call it the poor man's way of pitching in. Is it stealing? Is it giving? I don't know. In another tangent, let me show you how to transcode your files. Open up foobar 2000, then navigate to the files you wish to transcode in a File Explorer window. Click and drag them into foobar 2000. Highlight and right-click on your files in foobar. Click Convert and the ... option. Click on Output Format and select your desired format. Then click Back, then click Destination. Click Specify Folder. Now create a destination folder for your files and select the folder. Then click Back and click Convert. A window will ask you to locate a lame.exe. You have to download it. At the web page, click this link and download the encoder pack. Run the executable and install it to your computer. Back in foobar, navigate to the lame file. It's in the C drive, in the Program Files x86 folder, in the foobar 2000 folder, in the encoders folder. Open up the lame executable. You only have to do this step once. The files will transcode. You may get an error message, but don't worry about it. You may need to do this if FLAC isn't compatible with your music player, but the audio quality will be diminished. Honestly, if your music player doesn't support FLAC, I wouldn't fool with it. Let's do a little window cleanup. We've already organized our music library. So let's move on to the Take Your Music With You section. If you have a mobile device, you can download the Pulsar music player. It's really pretty and easy to navigate. FLAC is lossless compression, and as a consequence, these files take up quite a bit of space. Consider getting an SD card to store your files. A 64GB card should be more than enough, but go higher if you need it. I put estimates for how much each of these cards will probably hold on the site. Plug your device into the computer and open up its storage folder. In the SD card folder, create a new folder and label it Picard. Click and drag your files onto the SD card. A Samsung card and a quality cable will let you transfer files as fast as computationally possible. Now let's set up a Plex server so you can stream your files anywhere in your home or on the road. Click this link to navigate to the Plex website. Click on the sign up link. I recommend signing up with your Google account for convenience, but if you will have multiple users accessing the account, use an account with an email and a password. Then create an account. You will end up on this page. You can get Plex Pass, but it isn't necessary. Now click Download Plex Media Server and click Download. Run the downloaded executable. Let Plex install and launch it. Once you install Plex, you will be locked to the account that you created for Plex. Reinstalling the program and changing the user account will screw with Plex, so I had to log back in with my old account. Once it's loaded, click Add Library, select Music, click Next. Now browse for the Lossless Rips folder and the Lossy plus Tags folder. Click Next, Add Library. Your files will be added to the Plex library. You'll be able to access these files from any device on the network with the Plex app installed. Sadly, you will have to pay a one-time $5 per device unlock fee if it's a phone or a tablet, but computers, consoles, Fire Sticks, Chromecasts, and all other devices will work for free. I spent about an hour trying to enable Plex to be reached over the internet. It ended with me crashing my router. All I had to do was factory reset my router. Then it worked just fine. For me, it was the quickest way to fix this problem. This is version 1 of this video. Look forward to a quick guide to audio hardware. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the update. Another way to help out with quality and progress of this website and these videos is to bookmark this Amazon affiliate link and use it when making purchases. A percentage of the sale will go to this project at no extra cost to you. For more updates, pledge $1 a month to YuuR.org at our Patreon account, and I'll start posting updates to the site so you know what's new. Once I can afford a camera, I'll start posting music system assembly videos, PC assembly videos, and other hardware-based projects. Thank you for your time.